Hi everyone, welcome to Amaranth. These are general messages for the collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter placement. Let's get into it. So the first card for today you have Libra is number 51 and it says deep end. So the number 5, 1 and 6 are coming through important with this energy. You can look at the picture. There is a person that's diving into the deep waters with the mermaid tail. Now, this kind of diving takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of strength because you are now in the unknown territory. So navigating through those unknown territory through uncertain landscape takes a lot of grit, takes a lot of determination. And you are determined about something, to explore something to the depths, whether it's your emotions or whether you are researching and reading up about something, whether you're trying to understand something or something that just touches you deeply. This is an energy of a huge transformation, or you're initiated into something. So you are feeling, this is like a huge transformation, right? From land to the depths, from the mental realm, from thinking to exploring the depths of your emotions. And it's a great thing. You being the air sign, if you are looking into that emotional depth, I feel that you will uncover something. You will discover you will get some clarity. You will start something new, whether it's a practice or a career, something which is bold, something which is stirring your emotions up. And now, because you have explored your emotions and you have the clarity, you will have the confidence and strength to overcome all those challenges and hiccups that come along in your path. Some of you could be taking to water sports for real, or traveling to places that support these kind of water sports. But you are in a mode of honesty, you don't want to deny things, you don't want to ignore things, you don't want to bury things under the rug, you want to take a good hard look at things and not brush them away. So there's a lot of honesty coming here. There's a lot of moving outside of comfort zone. It takes a lot of practice to do this kind of diving. So you are readying yourself up for something that you want to start, that you want to change, that you want to transform. So even though that you thought it was not possible before, now you feel that you can do it. Now you feel it's possible. So this is good. You're ready to take some calculated risks and try something new. Next you have is a card of fire, and it says confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. And here you have a beautiful heart with angel wings. There's a candle which is sparkling. And there are glyphs for the sister fire signs is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So there is some flame which is burning inside of you. A spark of maybe you're inspired for something. You want to create something. You want to explore something. You want to shift things up in your life, whether it's travel to different places or move to different cities or communities or countries, or change a place of work, or change what you do for work as well. This could be also maybe something you want to start on the sideline, but something which is making you happy, which is lighting a fire in your belly, which is now, because, the candle is like a diffuser of darkness. So you have clarity and you're leading with courage. Whatever you're passionate about. And I feel people see that courage in you. You've become more courageous, become bolder. You have the courage now to pursue your passion no matter what people say. You're believing more in yourself. And this shift and transformation in you is actually inspiring other people. Fire is an agent of transformation. I feel that your fears have now given into the clarity, and by facing your fears, by getting the clarity, you also have mustered the courage to start something fresh or in a different way. You could be you could be trying some work, professions that require that kind of grit and fearlessness. Maybe you're joining, military or organizations that require to be bold and fearless, maybe firefighters or the police or something bold. Maybe you're trying bolder things in life which you have not done before. Maybe you're controlling people, or maybe you're supporting some people that you did not have the courage to support before. But this is not just about transforming yourself and supporting, but it's also about opening your heart to other people. This is heartfelt conversations, heartfelt negotiations, where, you are coming across as more warmer, more heartfelt. You're feeling things now. Maybe you were very cerebral, you're an air sign. Now you're coming from a heart space, your conversations, the way you speak with people, maybe that has shifted. This could also be something about glow-ups. The candle that's glowing, maybe you are glowing. Maybe you're trying different products that make you feel like a glow up, or maybe you're trying different food and exercise routines that's causing a blow up inside and out. And this is a contained fire. It's not a reckless, up in the flame. So you're balancing it out. Yes, you are passionate. Yes, you are courageous, and you are leading your life in a direction where you want to go. But this is like leading with that flame without letting it go, without letting it burn recklessly. So channeling the right amount of energy in the right way, keeping things in balance, having that confidence to create, to perform, to communicate, to maybe you're into public speaking now. This is a literal rebirth for your Libra, because you're doing things differently. Maybe you're connecting more with people. Maybe you're socializing more. But this is something that makes you happy. And I feel that whatever you're pursuing, you're doing with confidence, and you're doing it in a very balanced way, and your heart is fully in it. The next card you have Libra number 7, and it says renewal, rhythm, healing, and rest. So yeah, out in the greens, out in the nature, sitting still. Is a girl has a goat or a sheep or a lamb in her hand. She's just calm. She's sitting under a tree by the moon. There's some charms on the tree. There is some charms and crystals in her hand. You could be into crystal healing. You could be just taking breaks, connecting more with nature, or you could be using a lot of greens, or you could be shifting to greens. You could be shifting up your diets and the way you to more vegetarian and green diet. Or you could be using more green colors in your house, bringing nature indoors, bringing more plants or cultivating more plants. But this is intentional rest, keeping it slow and steady, not rushing through things. Pacing out your plans, your day-to-day activities. Making conscious time for meditation, for relaxing, for recalibrating, for spending time by yourself. You could be listening to some frequency music to recalibrate, your health, your thoughts. Because this is becoming a very popular thing now. Digital detoxes, keeping away from screen time. It's a conscious, collectively, people are consciously keeping digital devices away. You could be going to hiking or spending more time in the forest and camping and retreats. And that's very important for us to get inspired, connected with nature, participating in meditation rituals that keep us in the natural rhythm of things. You could be shifting up your patterns of sleep, maybe following more natural cycles, you could be into moon rituals as well. But this is very important for balancing in general to restore the rhythm, following a certain pace in life, listening to your heart, doing soulful things that make you happy. And healing, of course, is very essential. Holistic healing, physical healing, mental, emotional healing. There's a huge emphasis on mental health now. So no aspect of healing should be ignored, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, because it brings our energy down. It's very disturbing. And, when our heart and mind are not aligned, then, we have to force ourselves. Even the regular chores become hard. So taking those well-planned rests like the siestas and the fiestas, the sleeping on time, and just, making time for yourself, which is part of self-care. Not just to keep our work life and our personal lives, our family lives, everything in balance. So I do feel you realize the importance of it and you're aligning your day-to-day activities accordingly. And most over, you're the seventh sign. 7 is a very spiritual number. And you are ruled by Venus, and you rule the scales of the zodiac. So keeping everything in balance, your relations, your work, your family life, everything that you do on a day-to-day basis, and keeping that inner peace. And healing, resting, rejuvenating, going to spas or just, sound baths and salt baths is something that you might be doing more or consciously doing. And the last card you have for today, Libra, is the Eight of Cups. It's a minor arcana. Cups is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. It's in the reverse for you. So some kind of a limbo that you were in, some kind of hesitation, emotional hesitation, resistance, holding on to the past of who you were or where you were. You might have moved from the past situation to unfamiliar territory. And we saw that with the deep end card, that there is a change, there is a transformation. So something has changed in your life in a big way. Maybe the way you do things, maybe your environment has changed, your city, country has changed, something has changed in a big, big way. And I feel that now you're trying to gain clarity, but, not being able to move away is okay, because when you're in new environments, it takes time for us to get familiar, to make it, to get used to that place, to get used to the people around, to get used to the company. It's just like when we go out for setting or education and college and then work, newer teams, newer education institutions, everything is so different and hard to get adjusted to. But once we adjust, then things become much easier. We align it aligns with our heart and we like it, and then we don't miss where we were so much. We don't miss home as much and things like that. So you could be in that limbo. But I also feel that, you are almost at the threshold of changes or turning this, once you turn this Eight of Cups into the upright, which means that you don't have to disconnect from the past because it's a part of who you were. So it's just about finding happiness in currently where you are. So shifting this Eight of Cups in the reverse to a Nine of Cups, not even the Eight of Cups. You don't even have to detach, because Eight of Cups in the upright is detachment. So you don't have to detach. You just have to move your Eight of Cups in the reverse into the Nine of Cups. So get used to the new place, the new people. And that takes time. And I feel that sometimes, we stay in places that, let's say, for longer than you're supposed to, whether it's work that's dissatisfactory or, it's just because we're so familiar and it becomes a habit for us, like the same, driving route, and we understand the place, the nearby places, everything becomes familiar, and it changed that pattern, to change the habit, to change the route, people, everything. It takes a lot of time to build new connections and to actually warm up to those new connections. So this kind of hesitation is for real, especially when we're shifting things, changing places, changing jobs, making big moves, and things like that. So with patience, with reflection, with understanding what you want and how you want to navigate the new place, the new environment, you will be able to you'll be able to get to the Nine of Cups, which makes you happy and integrated in your new environment. So new beginnings are on the horizon for you, Libra. It's just that it's okay to feel this emotional discomfort or hesitation or limbo, however you want to call it. And it's always good to figure out our emotions. And that's why the deep end, because you're trying to figure out what you're feeling, how to connect, what should be a path forward? What can you do to feel better? Or what should you do? Who should you connect with? Who's good for you? Who's on the same page as you and things like that. So a lot of understanding, discernment, a lot of patience, a lot of ifs and buts and should we go and should we stay? But I feel that transformation at your emotional level is happening. It will just take some time. So while you're at it, while you're getting used to it, while the new place is becoming a familiar environment, just stay calm, stay relaxed. You're already in that renewal energy, so you are staying calm and relaxed and keeping that inner peace. So it's just a matter of time that things will start to feel familiar again. Now, these being general messages, these will play out in different ways. Do let me know in the comments below how these energies play out in your life. And hope you enjoyed your messages, Libra. So thank you guys for joining. Please subscribe and hit the like if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye for now.